Okay, so now we are going to talk about a summary of protein structure hierarchy. Okay, we are going to see how the protein structure is placed and why it is so important. We know that the protein structure is very important for its function, right? So let's talk about the hierarchy over there. Okay, so the protein structure is actually primarily consist of the primary sequence or primary protein sequence. Okay, what we mean by primary sequence of amino acids which are attached with one another to make the polypeptide. Okay, this is the primary structure. We call it as a primary structure. Primary structure, nothing but the simple amino acid sequence and how they are arranged. This primary structure contributes to what is known as a native conformation of that protein. Okay, now these primary structures also will form secondary structure. It will form secondary structure. Okay, secondary structure is where this amino acids are arranging themselves and their side chains are present, and also these amino acids, their carboxyl group, that CO carbonyl group, and NH, they start to form hydrogen bonds, and this hydrogen bond help in forming the secondary structure of protein, which is normally two different types, alpha helix and beta sheet. Okay, these are the two major secondary structures. The secondary structure of protein also contributes to the native conformation of the protein. Okay, now the secondary structure is converted into, it leads to, I can write leads to what? It leads to a tertiary structure. Okay, tertiary structure means three-dimensional 3D shape of a protein, and this 3D shape is capable of doing its own protein function. This also contributes to the native conformation of a protein. And then finally this tertiary structure is further leads to more complicated quaternary structure. Okay, and in quaternary structure, this is where the multiple 3D structures are attached to one another to form even more complex structure, which is not always required. This quaternary structure can also contributes to, let me write it here, it can also contributes to the native conformation of a protein. Okay, so all these primary, secondary, tertiary and quaternary structures can contribute to the native conformation of a protein. Okay, now remember what I said earlier, that the primary structure is nothing but the amino acid sequences. Okay, so let me write it in here, they are nothing but the amino acid sequence and how they are arranged. This is the primary structure. While in secondary structure we have example of alpha helix, I already told you. It also contains what? Beta sheet. These are the two major type, but apart from that there is also a third which is known as beta bend structure. There is also a fourth which is known as non-repetitive structures. Okay, and there is also super secondary structures present. These are all among the secondary structures. Okay, and in the tertiary structure, what we can write here, there are different interactions present. Normally I told you that these secondary structures are generally formed due to hydrogen bonds between the amino acids, while tertiary structures are formed due to other interactions like hydrophobic interaction is one of the key. Hydrophobic interaction is one of the key interaction. Then hydrogen bonds, another one. Electrostatic interaction is another one, and disulfide bonds, another structure. These are all, means these tertiary structures are stabilized by all these structures. Okay, they cause stabilization of the tertiary structure or 3D structure. And then finally the quaternary structure, as I told you, this quaternary structure can be stabilized by other examples. What are they? Again, hydrophobic interactions. Second one, hydrogen bonds. Third one, electrostatic interaction. Okay, so these three interactions stabilizes the quaternary structure. Okay, so now we have talked about the different types of hierarchy of structures, and we also saw the different chemical nature of the bonds that actually hold those structures together or stabilize those structures. But now let's talk a little bit more about this native conformation that we talked about, because we know native conformation of a protein can be contributed by the primary, secondary, tertiary or quaternary structure. Okay, this native conformation can be two different types. It can be fibrous or it can be globular, two different types. Okay, now they are always guided, their folding, because folding is most important here, by chaperone. By what? Chaperone proteins, chaperones or chaperone proteins. Okay, this is very, very necessary. And this native conformation actually determines what? It determines the biological function of a protein. And what are the biological function of a protein? Let me again list it down. What? For example, catalysis is the biological function of a protein. Protection, different integrins, extracellular matrix proteins, all these things. Okay, regulation of cell cycle, signaling, cell killing, all these things. Okay, signal transduction. Okay, fifth thing, storage. Okay, let me scroll it down. Then obviously providing the structure and support. Seventh, there are so many function actually in membrane transport. So there are so many. I'm not writing all these things in here, but these are all the types. This native conformation, as I said, it is folded by the help of chaperones. Similarly, the unfolding of this is also important, right? The unfolding, as this native structure can be folded, it can be unfolded, and unfolded is aided by denaturants. What are some example of this denaturants? Let me put it in here for you. The example of denaturants here, urea. Second one, pH, change in pH, change in temperature, very high temperature, high pH, those things. And also some kind of organic solvents also can destroy the protein structure or denatures it. And this denaturation by all this factor, this leads to what? Loss of what? Leads to loss of secondary or 2 degree and tertiary or 3 degree structures. That leads to, again let me write, leads to what? Loss of function of a protein in our body. That protein will stop functioning due to this denaturation. Okay, most proteins cannot refold upon removal of the detergent. Remember that very carefully, okay, because this kind of loss of function is irreversible. Irreversible. Just put it in your mind. Okay, so this native conformation can be either folded with chaperones or unfolded with detergent, pH, temperature, urea and many more things. Okay, but apart from that, this native conformation, so let me write it here again from this point, this native conformation of a protein, it's very important. This is the key to make the complete protein structure. This also can form what? This also can form altered folding, causes altered folding, and this altered folding can lead to formation of structures called prions. Remember this name, prion. It may also lead to, this altered folding may also lead to the formation of amyloid proteins. Okay, now these prions can lead to different sort of diseases. Mad cow disease is one example, right? Mad cow disease, let me write, mad cow disease, Kuru, right? Those are the things. Or Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, Creutzfeldt, I think this is the spelling. That's Jacob, Jacob. Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, caused due to the misfolded structure of prions. And these amyloid proteins which is formed as a result of altered folding of a protein may lead to Alzheimer's. Probably you heard that earlier, right? Alzheimer's disease. Okay, and when a protein has a loss of function, loss of secondary and tertiary function, most proteins cannot recur. They remain in irreversible stage of damage. So this is in a sense an overall idea about proteins, about their structural hierarchy, about the functions of protein, folding, misfolding, and those folding, misfolding leads to different diseases. So again, give me a overall summary of this. This is the overall big picture, protein structure hierarchy. I am scrolling through it. You can see the total concept map of protein structure hierarchy in this particular video. You can pause it, you can take a picture, or you can make your own note from there. So if you like this video, please hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to our channel to get more videos like that. Thank you.